Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to go over my net worth update. Yay! So we do this update about it's been averaging 2 months, every 2 months. I used to do it once a year. I used to do it twice a year. Now it's kind of like every other month, but actually it's kind of interesting when I look at it every month because I am really trying to, I don't know, I guess I'm really interested in watching what the market is doing. That is the stock market as far as my investments are concerned. Like, how is it moving month to month to month? Okay, I don't always have time to sit down and figure this stuff out and then sit before you find people and talk about it on camera, but when I do, we do. So let's talk about this. The last time I did this update was 2 months ago in May, and at the time my net worth was $1,544,129. Let's see where it is 2 months later. So for those of you who don't know or may just want to be reminded, net worth is simply everything that you own minus everything that you owe. The sum of that equals, or the difference of that equals, or the whatever that may be for you equals your net worth. Okay? So let's talk about this. As far as I'm concerned, I track 3 different asset classes. This is my preference. Not everybody tracks these things, but it's what I do, and it's what I've been doing ever since I started tracking my net worth. So basically it gives me a great constant, a great something constant to compare it to, right? If I look at my net worth from 5 years ago to today, I know that I'm comparing apples and apples and not something where I changed up what I was calculating. Okay, so the 3 things that I choose to count are my car assets, my property assets, and then my savings and investments, which I combine. Okay, so those 3 things. So let's talk about my car assets first, because once again, because this is probably the most debatable thing that people say, why are you doing that? If you can sell it and if you can get money from it, it is your asset. It is your asset. But the bottom line is we don't always want to track the minutia things in our life, like furniture, unless we have some like classic pieces and we know that there's a market for it and we know how to move that thing. But we don't always dive that down into details as far as what is our net worth. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, my car asset is a big enough asset to count. I'm looking for my lotion. Woo, y'all, because I looked at my hands. Also, I'm interested in just watching, you know how they say cars, which is true, is a depreciating asset, meaning that it's going to lose value over time. I'm always interested in tracking how much value is actually lost over time. But as far as I'm concerned, because my car gets me from point A to point B where I make money, is definitely a necessary asset. How much you choose to invest in an asset like a car is on you. But I say this, if we aren't rich like that, try to spend as less as possible. That makes sense. That's what I'm saying. I don't have money like that to really be investing in like classic cars and such. So that's not going to be in my portfolio, right? But the classic car that I do have is a 2002 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Sitting in my garage. I need to get rid of it. I really do. Need to free up space in that garage. The value for that car, according to Kelly's Blue Book, right now I'm giving it a flat value of $500. According to Kelly's Blue Book, it's worth more than that, but we're not sweating it like that. So I keep it at $500. Okay. Now let's talk about this car that we're sitting in, my studio, my car studio. This Tesla, it's a 2013. I pretty much got one of the original Teslas. Teslas practically came out mass market 2012. Okay, so 2013 Tesla that we doing right now, Model S. In May, it was valued at $17,945. Y'all, for some reason the used car market was up. Because I track this thing, I've seen this happen a few other times in the past, right? Especially during COVID. The used car market just went up. But I feel that the market corrected itself because 2 months later, this car is valued at $13,678. So if I combine that with the Mitsubishi, this gives me a net worth in car assets of $14,178. This is a decrease of $4,267. It's okay. It's okay. It happens, right? We got to be able to take the highs and the lows. It's okay. So that's where we're at with that. Now let's move on to our property. Okay. I used to own 2 impossible properties, but I did since sell my rental property, right? So now my main property is the beautiful home that I live in. The last time we talked about this is where we stood with that property. That property, according to Zillow.com, I also try to keep where I pull my numbers from constant. So according to Zillow.com, 2 months ago, the property was valued at $1,012,100. 2 months later, where do we stand? This is where we stand. According to Zillow, the property actually lost some value. So it is now valued at $999,400. I owe on it $144,200. So this gives us a net worth of $855,200. In my property asset, y'all, it is another decrease of $9,000. Y'all, 2 months later, we losing some thousands. Okay. Whew. Let's move on and let's talk about savings and investments. And let's see what the market in my savings account has been doing. I do itemize all these things out in my private records so I know what account is doing what, because again, I like to know if something is performing better than the other, if I need to make changes or tweaks somewhere. I like to know what things are doing individually, but for the purposes of this video, we combine everything, we add it up, and I just give you one number. Okay, so in my savings and investments, 2 months ago in May, it was $664,468. Now it is $698,493. That is an increase in 2 months of a little over $34,000. $34,025 to be exact. The market saved us. The market saved us from taking a big loss in my net worth, right? Yeah, so savings and investments totally saved the day when we look at the $13,000 decrease I took in the other assets of property and vehicle. So we're good with that. Now, I do owe a little bit of that. I know this is a little kind of not even worth mentioning really, but 2 months ago I owed $21,000. Oops, sorry. No, take that back. $2,100, $2,100 in debt. And currently I owe $1,800 in debt. And this debt is financing a bed, financing a mattress in a adjustable base that it sits on. Yeah, so that's what that is. And so that's a decrease of $300. Yeah, I have other videos where I talked about why I chose to finance a mattress in an adjustable base when clearly I have the money to pay for it. It is what it is. Sometimes I do little things to keep my credit score on the up and up. I know that there's a lot of other philosophies who don't believe in carrying credit scores, but I personally believe in using every tool available to you in the United States of America. If the United States of America plays the credit score game, I'm a citizen. I'm going to make things easier on myself, and I'm going to make sure that I have a credit score that is high and acceptable in case I want to use it for some other strategy in the future. Okay. Currently today, I don't, but there may become a time that I do. Who knows? If I ever want to buy another property and finance it, if I want to invest in a business and finance it, who knows? I keep a credit score. So that's what that is. And sometimes, like I said, I do little things from time to time to make sure my credit score is high. Financing something and slow paying it on time is a great way to do that, especially if you can get something with a 0% interest. This loan right here is a 0% interest loan, so there is no skin off my back, okay? And so now, when we take a look at everything, when we take a look at our total net worth, so we have cars coming in at $14,178, property at $855,200, savings and investment at $698,493, and then we subtract the debt of $1,800, we get a total net worth of $1,566,071. This is an increase in 2 months of $21,942. I'm happy with that. 2 months gaining about $22,000 just because I'm invested in things and just because I'm choosing to save money is great for me. It's great for me. So we are still marching toward my ultimate goal of having a $2 million net worth. But honestly, I do have some things coming up in the future to include probably a big tax bill. Not probably. It's going to be a big tax bill. And of course, that money's going to have to come out of this savings investments. And so I do think that my net worth is going to drop before we see it increase, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just tracking, making sure we stay on track, and just doing this out of pure curiosity, guys. So that is my net worth update for now. Thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, talk to me in the comments, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace.